Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2.
It's time for the Fred Johnson Show with the disgruntled guy and Cletus from South Kakalaki, Charlie the Sports Guy, and Crazy Eddie from Glendale. And here's Fred Johnson.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to the Fred Show. If you remember the old Fred Johnson sports show, that was back in 1997. We started that on Live 365, the Fred Johnson Sports Show, me and Charlie. Back then, if you searched on the internet for a sports talk show, you got us, and you got like CBS AM radio, and I think ABC AM radio, and that was it for the longest time. So, and we had listeners from all over, all the way through till the early 2000s. And then for reasons, we kind of went off the air there for a while. Number one, I thought this internet thing was going to be a fad. So I wanted to pursue bigger and better things, big movie deals and television deals. But it turned out, the internet wasn't a fad, and those deals kind of fell through. But people used to come up to me and say, Fred, when are you going to bring your show back? And I was a little angry and bitter back then, and I would say, I'm not bringing the Fred Show back to the internet till there's a global pandemic sweeping the entire world. Well, to be true to my word, here we are. We're back with the new Fred Johnson Show. It's not just going to be about sports. We have Charlie, who's going to cover sports, and we have some other people from the old show that you might remember. So I want to introduce you to them now. First, I'd like to go to live in Reno, Nevada, from top his high roller suite there in Reno. Charlie, the sports guy. Charlie, how you doing?
We're popping and shaking and trying to make money, Fred, in the casino. I used to webcast with Fred and all the boys there in beautiful Huntington Beach. Now I'm in Reno in my cubbyhole in general. So we're going to be loving it here, Fred.
All right. Looking forward to hearing your sports update there, Charlie. All right, moving on. Now you guys remember this guy. We used to send him to places, and he would he'd be disgruntled, and things would happen no matter where he went. That's why you know him, you love him. Disgruntled guy. How you doing?
Hello, Fred. Can you hear me?
I can. Where are you?
I'm in Rio, Fred, and I've got a bone to pick with you.
Wow, I thought you'd be back by now. That's we sent you down there to cover a soccer game.
You sent me down here, Fred, and I turned up over by the marble racing game.
Wow, well, I can't wait to hear all about that disgruntled guy.
All right, Fred.
Okay, we'll get back to you in a minute.
We'll talk to you in a bit, Fred.
All right, sounds good. All right, moving on. Now, you remember this guy from the old Fred Johnson sports show. You know him. You love him. Cletus from Kakalaki, ladies and gentlemen. Cletus, how you doing? Are you muted, Cletus?
Trying to follow the rules. Sorry about that.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, yeah, they muted me. Hey, Fred, I'm over here in Tokyo. Says so right there, so that must be where I am. And
yeah, I see that.
The PBR folks sent me over here to promote their new, they got a new sake beer. It's right there.
Wow.
Yeah, but then all the dang flights got canceled. And so next thing you know, I'm stranded over here. I'm hoping you could send that Fred Johnson show jet over here to pick me up.
Oh, man. Okay, well, I'll get right on that, Cletus. The disgruntled guy needs an airplane too, out from where he's from. So I'll get my staff on that right away.
All right. Well, you might have noticed I'm wearing a mask. They're being
Yeah.
real cautious over here in Japan. Matter of fact, right when I touched down, they took one look at me and they said, Cletus, if you could just keep your mask on all the time, it'd probably be best for everybody. So it kind of touched old Cletus' heart to see how concerned they are for my health and well-being.
Huh.
And yeah, matter of fact, they said, Cletus, even if every virus known to man was wiped off the face of the earth, if you could please, please, please commence to keep covering your face, especially around the children, we would really, really appreciate it. So, yeah, like I said, it touched my heart. They're so concerned about my health. The only other thing I could think of is maybe they're worried that all the women going to see how handsome old Cletus is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's probably what it was, Cletus.
That's what I thought. Well, speaking of masks,
Yeah.
Fred, did you see there's a company that lets you send a picture of your smile to them, and then they turn around and make a mask out of that and send it back to you? Did you see that?
Yes, I have heard of that.
Well, I heard about that, and I thought, hell, I can make one of them for myself. So let me show. Here's what I come up with. Let me show you.
All right. You made one yourself, huh? They take a picture of your face smiling, and then they put it on a mask, and they send it to you.
Oh, wait, let me turn that frown upside down.
Hmm.
What do you think, Fred?
That's perfect. It looks just like you, Cletus.
Well, thank you.
It's uncanny.
Yeah, so I just made one myself.
Well, there you go. You're so inventive there, Cletus. Well, I can't wait to hear about everything you're into. I know after the Fred Johnson Sports Show, you got quite famous. You got a lot of endorsements going on. It was really hard to get a hold of you. My lawyers had to contact your lawyers, and but I'm glad we finally caught up with you. I can't wait to hear all about what's going on with you.
And now I can add mask making to my resume.
That's right. You can. All right. We'll check back with you in a minute here, Cletus.
All right, Fred.
Okay. Now, here's another guy you might remember from the old Fred Johnson Sports Show. He was a guy that used to cover the Lakers for us. Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. Crazy Eddie from Glendale. How you doing, Eddie? You're muted, Eddie. How you doing?
Now, here I am. Hi. Good to see you, Fred. It's
Welcome.
a pleasure to be here for live from Glendale. Looking forward to telling you everything that's bugging me.
Okay, we can't wait. We can't wait. We need more of that.
That's right.
Okay, Crazy Eddie, thanks. We'll check back with you later in the show, okay?
That's good. I'll be here.
All right, you wait right there.
If you need anything, Fred, I'm right here.
Okay. Now, before we take this first commercial break, I want to remind everybody that if you'd like to be a guest on the new Fred Johnson Show, all you have to do is email us at thenewfjs@gmail.com. Give us your name and in the subject line, say you'd like to be a guest on the Fred Johnson Show, a brief description of what you'd like to talk about, and we'll randomly pick someone, and we'll email you back the next Zoom number, and you can be a guest on the next Fred Johnson Show. We're going to try to do one every week. So right there you go. There you go. That loud, obnoxious slide just showed you exactly what to do there. Okay, very good. All right, I'd like to take this first commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to hear from Charlie, the sports guy, right after this message from our sponsor of the new Fred Johnson Show.
How you doing, everybody? This set that you're looking at right now was made for me by Renee Ardette of Billy Glass Drums in Southern California. It's a mini kit. It's primarily for jazz, but I think the sound and the quality of these drums, you could easily play pop, jazz, you could even play rock with it.
Well, there you go. BillyBlastDrums.com, everybody. That's some mighty fine looking drums there. I think everybody needs to go out and get a set. This would be the perfect time. Get a set for the whole family while we're all hunkering down here in the house. They could all be playing drums. Well, very good. Very good. BillyBlastDrums.com. All right, everybody. Now it's time to go around the horn. We're going to check in with everybody here. We're going to start off with a little sports update with Charlie the Sports Guy. Charlie, what's happening there?
Howdy, Fred. They're still attempting to get the baseball season started. Well, the owners have suggested a 76-game schedule starting in July, but they only want to pay 50% money to the players, prorated, maybe 75% if you make it through the playoffs. Players don't like this. Season probably won't happen unless they come up with something else. So it looks like strike three for baseball. The NBA is also trying to get going. They want to take the top 22 teams from the standings and then play 8 games for seeding and then start the playoffs. Top 8 teams from each division down to 1, of course. All games played at the Orlando Disney World and on ESPN. Trying to get that going, but who knows for sure.
That doesn't sound very good. I think they should just make the season a wash.
Yeah. NHL, they're playing outside somehow, or practicing, or, working out. This month, July, they can play indoors. And then somewhere after that, the season will start potentially in 10 hub cities, potentially. And who knows if that'll happen either. But that's pretty much the sports.
Wow. All right, Charlie. Well, yeah, I know there's not much going on, but, every week they're going to slowly get more and more information. And you're going to follow up with some other sports too. We got there's darts are big right now. We got
soccer,
cornhole. Why don't you get down there live to some cornhole games down there? I think they're holding them in Reno.
Johnsonville, right?
Johnsonville cornhole games. All right, thanks, Charlie. We're going to check back with you later. We're going to discuss a topic, so we'll be right back to you, okay? All right. Next, moving on. Hey, here we go. I can't wait to find out what's going on with this guy. We send it every week. We're going to send this guy somewhere. And last week we sent him down to Brazil. We sent him a plane ticket, sent him a hotel room, some cash. He was supposed to cover a soccer game or something going on down there. And he should be back by now, but what's going on, disgruntled guy? What's happening? You're still there?
Hello, Fred. I'm still here. I'm in Rio. I got a little story to tell you, Fred. A little timeline.
Oh, no. Here we go again.
Yeah, Fred. Well, first off, I had to pay for my own plane ticket, Fred. Now, I thought you were going to pay for that.
We did.
Well, not according to my credit card, Fred.
Oh, no. Well, sorry about that. We'll get that straightened out.
All right. But what about, I got to the hotel, Fred, and I tried to check in. They told me I didn't have a reservation, Fred.
What? We had a reservation for you. Disgruntled guy. Was it under disgruntled guy?
It wasn't under anything, Fred. They never heard of you, Fred. So, I tried to get a room. They said, yes, we do have one. I said, oh, great. Here's my credit card. But it was your credit card, Fred.
Right, the show card, yeah.
They told me that was a phony credit card, Fred.
Again? Oh, no.
So what do you think they did, Fred? They wouldn't give me a room, Fred.
I don't know. Well, what about the limo driver? Did he pick you up at the airport?
Oh, yeah, that was the other thing, Fred. There was no limo. I had a pedicab, a guy on a bicycle. For God's sakes, Fred, can you get any cheaper?
We sent that limo company $1,000. They were supposed to send a stretch limo to pick you up.
Well, there was no limo, and I paid for my flight, and now I'm at the hotel, and they're about to throw me out of the damn hotel, Fred.
Okay, well, I'll send the Fred Johnson private jet down there to pick you up. And then after that, I got to send it over to Tokyo to get Cletus.
Well, you know, Fred, once I got thrown out of that damn hotel, I was walking the streets, and I met a man. His name was Refugio, Fred. He seemed like a
Refugio?
nice guy. Yeah. So he asked me, would you like to go have a drink, disgruntled guy? And I said, yes, I would.
Yeah. And then what happened?
So what do you think, Fred? The last thing I remember was I woke up in a seedy hotel with my wallet gone, my money gone, my passport gone.
What?
And on top of that, Fred, I woke up in a bathtub full of ice.
Oh, no. You didn't have crude stitches by any chance, did you?
Well, Fred, I don't know about that, but I do know this, that I think that they're not on the level here in Rio. I thought I was going to have wine, women, and song, Fred, but again, not happening.
Oh, man. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that disgruntled guy. We'll get everything straightened out for next week. You know, we're sending you someplace different next week. Are you ready for that?
I'm on my way, Fred, to the American embassy. You can get me there, Fred. I got no passport, but I do need that damn Fred Johnson airplane to get the hell out of here.
Okay. All right, disgruntled guy. It's on its way. Don't worry. And then next week, you'll have a better time, I guarantee. Okay?
All
now,
right,
hang in
Fred.
there. Hang in there. We're coming back to you at the end. What's that?
I will, Fred. Please send the damn plane.
Okay. All right. It's on its way. You stay put now. I need your input on a topic at the end of the show here, okay?
All right.
Okay, great. All right. Now we got to head back over to Tokyo and see what's happening with Cletus. I can't wait to find out. Now, I know Cletus made a lucrative deal. He made a few lucrative deals after the Fred Johnson Sports Show. And this is just one of his endeavors. Cletus, what's going on? Tell us what happened.
Well, I don't know about lucrative, but I made some deals. And I sure am sorry to hear about disgruntled guy. That's a shame that he, I just, all he went through there.
Yeah.
I just hope they didn't get away with his Hammond B3.
I hope not either.
Well, like I said, Fred, I'm stuck here in Tokyo. We said on the monitor earlier. So
right. I saw that.
So I reckon I can't complain because they're treating me real nice. Mm-hmm. They took me to a fancy restaurant for dinner, for supper the other night.
Okay.
And I ordered the fish, but I had to send it back because it was way undercooked. It was almost like it was raw. And
yeah, was it a sushi place, Cletus?
Oh, now that you mention it, that was part of the name. You been there, Fred?
Well, sushi is raw fish, Cletus. It's supposed to be raw.
So what you're saying is they serve it that way on purpose?
Yes. Yes, on purpose. Exactly.
Oh, well, that explains everything. Anyhow, I know you love sports. I thought you'd get a kick out of this. When we was having our supper at that fancy restaurant, I found out that they done gone and made arrangements for me to meet a legend from the world of sports, an iconic American sportscaster from Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, he's over here making an appearance or something, I reckon. You're going to love this, Fred. Right after I sent my fish back, they got all excited. The chef even came out of the kitchen. He was waving that knife around what he cuts up all the fish with. And they says, Cletus, we would really, really love to introduce you to Harry Carey.
Harry Carey's dead. I don't think that's what they meant by Harry Carey, Cletus.
Well, who was they talking about then?
Harry Carey means to commit suicide. I think since you insulted their fish, they wanted you to kill yourself, Cletus.
So, so you said you could get your plane over here right quick like to fetch me, Fred?
Yes, as soon as it picks up disgruntled guy and brings him back to the States, it'll head over. It'll refuel and head over and get you, Cletus.
Well, I
Because we
hope
got to
that's-
get together I need you guys for next week's show.
Well, I hope that's soon enough, because I was thinking that maybe I was going to get me a haircut before meeting Mr. Carey. But then I went over and took the tour in Nagasaki, you know, where America dropped the atomic bombs back during the big one.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time I left there, I didn't need no haircut. Too soon?
Really? Wow. Oh, wow. Well, Cletus, man, I'm going to send that airplane over as soon as I can. Are you done shooting your commercial over there for your new PBR Saki? You all done shooting?
Yeah, we wrapped that up. And yeah, I think this is the same studio where they shoot some other commercials. I'm not sure there's some other companies that shoot commercials over here.
Yeah, what other commercials?
I think one of your sponsors shoots over here.
One of our sponsors. Yeah. Oh, yes. Ah, okay. Yes, very good. We're going to roll a commercial from them. Very good. All right, Cletus. Well, I want you to stick around, and we're going to get back to you at the end of the show for a topic. Can you hang in there?
Yeah, I think they'll let me stay as long as I keep the mask on.
Okay, very good. All right, we're going to take another commercial break. And right after this commercial break, we have some other things going on right after this.
Now is a good time to be on guard. Blue Surf Essentials is your source for On Guard sanitizing mist and products in the On Guard collection. Blue Surf Essentials. Good for you. It's from Blue.
Well, there you go. Those Blue Surf Essentials. That's some good stuff. I use that stuff all the time. Another great, fine sponsor of the Fred Johnson Show. Very good. All right, now we need to check in with Eddie real quick, right? Eddie, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Fred. Yeah, I see you also using the essentials, the Blue Surf Essentials.
Yeah,
they're very essential.
So what are you up to nowadays, Eddie? What do you got going on?
Oh, well, I got a lot of stuff going, a lot of things happening, a lot of plates spinning on a lot of sticks. I'm working on the bodysuits. You know, what I want to do is put every American, or everyone in the world actually, in a bodysuit. Gloves, thing on the face, so that like we could all go out and we could all coexist and we could all be together again.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea.
I'm thinking of getting like sponsorship, you know, from the World Health Organization.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, very good. I hear also you're working on a book.
Yeah. By the way, I like the haircut, Mr. Is that Peter Gabriel over there? Or is that Cletus?
Yeah, that was Cletus. That was
scary.
That was a shocker.
Man, I thought he was gonna get like
what a reveal.
Lower the lights and get
your
really
sledgehammer.
And get really emotional.
Very good. So you're working on the book of your life story. You're going to turn it into a play. For understanding, you're going to make it into a major motion picture.
Yeah.
And then it's going to turn into a TV show.
A sitcom.
Right. And let me get this straight now. Are you? I read this in the Hollywood Reporter. It was either you going to play Tony Shalhoub in the Tony Shalhoub story, or was Tony Shalhoub going to be playing you?
Right. Or he's going to play
Crazy
me.
Eddie story. Oh, okay, very
that
good.
Is yet to be determined. It depends on who's got a better distributor.
Right, gotcha. And then one more thing you got here. I hear you got something called My Pillow.
Well, it is My Pillow, but to you, it's your pillow. So
I see.
I don't want you going out there buying my pillow because I want, I think your pillow is better than mine.
I have it here as written down as it's going to be called My Pillowhead, and it's going to be actually your
Yes, it's
face
actually
on a pillow.
Pillowhead. Yes, Pillowhead. That's what we're going to call it. That's
Yeah.
right. And every 10th pillow actually gets a DNA sample directly from me.
And then you'll sign it and send it out. Well, I want the next one. Okay, make sure I get the next the 10th one.
I'll make sure that you fall right in the line there.
Okay. Well, very good, Eddie. I'm glad to catch up with you. I hope that we can get back to you next week. We're running kind of long, and I want to come back with a topic. We're going to take one more commercial break, and we come back. We're going to discuss a topic. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up? This is Jesse. I just got my new Billy Blast drum kit in. It is a killer drum set. It looks phenomenal, sounds phenomenal. If you are in the market for a custom drum kit, hit up Billy Blast Drums. You will not be disappointed. So this is what the kit looks like. It's really badass. This is my new kit. I will no longer be needing any of these kits. This Billy Blast kit is amazing and will replace all them custom kits. Top of the line.
Well, there you go. Billy Blast Drums again, ladies and gentlemen. Our biggest sponsor here. That seemed like a nice fella. I would listen to what that fella has to say and do exactly what he says. And go out and buy yourself a set of Billy Blast drums. Okay. All right. Quick topic here, everybody. I'm going to go around and get your opinion on something. I read where there is something called Sex Island. And this year, it's going to be in Nevada. And let's see if you can see this. Do you guys see that?
Let's try it. There it is.
Just about.
There it is. It says.
Why don't you scroll down a little?
It's
creepy all-inclusive holiday resort.
Yes, and apparently for $4,500. You can, they were going to put it on hold, but I guess not. It's a coronavirus virus special. I guess last year it was like over 6,000. So it's been discounted. You get all the booze you can drink, all the food you can eat for 4 days. It starts on June 19th, coming up next week there. And you're guaranteed 2 different prostitutes a day.
Bingo.
Well, there you go. Now, I definitely want to get Charlie's opinion on this. Charlie, what do you think? You're in Nevada. You're going to go to this?
It certainly makes me want to get up there in the air and try to sniff it out. Mm-hmm. They're going to have, I guess, a helicopter take them to a secret place there in the desert, somewhere hopefully near Vegas, but I can always try to sniff it out. But,
okay.
Wow, amazing.
All right, well, you do that. You get back to us. Let us know for next week's show how that went, okay?
Okay.
All right, Charlie, thanks. Disgruntled guy, what do you think of that? You want to go to that?
Oh, Fred, where are you sending me next? I hope it's Nevada, Fred.
It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise. Don't worry. You'll know this weekend, okay?
All right, Fred. I'm counting on you, Fred. I always have, and I always will.
Well, there's your first mistake. But we're always waiting for the adventures of Disgruntled Guy. Okay, Cletus, what do you think of that?
Well, Fred, we got something similar to that down in Kakalaki.
Is that right?
Yeah, we got a similar deal down there once a month over at the trailer court. It's called the Kakalaki Come Along.
Okay.
But it comes in at a much lower price point.
What would that price be?
Well, that one's $12.95, but it's all inclusive. It comes with a PBR tall boy and 2 solo cups.
Wow.
So kind of fancy. You don't drink right out of the can. Oddly enough, though, one of the events is called drinking right out of the can, but I think that's something altogether different.
Wow. Well, maybe that's where we should hold the Fred Johnson show. That sounds like it's more in the budget.
Yeah, I think that might be a good
Okay.
call.
Eddie, final thought on that. Would you go to that?
If I was ready to cash it all in, just go, I'm ready to die. I'm going to die in 2 weeks. Forget about it.
Okay.
I'm ready to die. Send me over. Give me 2 weeks of that.
Okay. Well, we'll see if we can arrange that. All right.
Sure.
Well, we don't want you to die yet because we need it for next
No,
week's show.
I couldn't afford the penicillin,
Yeah. Well,
There's
you go.
no way.
Exactly.
You need an extra. I know it's a discounted thing, with the pandemic and all of it, and that's kind of sad, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got to lower their rates.
Well, next week's show, we're going to have another special guest. We're going to have the whole crew back again. Charlie's going to catch up on sports. We're going to find out where Disgruntled Guy is going to go to, see if he'll be disgruntled there. Cletus, hopefully we'll get him out of Tokyo. He'll be back stateside. Crazy Eddie, we'll catch up with him, see how his book and his play is doing. And once again, I want you all to, if you're interested in being a guest on the Fred Johnson Show, email us at thenewfjs@gmail.com. Give us your name, where you're from, and what you'd like to talk about. And if we pull your name out of the hat, you'll be the next guest on the new Fred Johnson Show. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.